evening and welcome to News 10 on My Fox 10. For the second time this year, Vigo County detectives have solved a cold case murder. This one dates back to 1975. Kathy Dean Taylor was found dead by her husband Earl Taylor in her bathtub. Earl said a clock radio fell in the water, but the evidence proves otherwise. In continuing coverage here on News 10, John Swanner shows us how police were able to crack the case.
Days before her death, Kathy Taylor found out a few things about her estranged husband, Earl. Court documents say he was having an affair. Farm Bureau Insurance fired him. And speaking of insurance, the company reported Earl took out 5 life insurance policies in Kathy's name without her consent. He was the sole beneficiary. Kathy Taylor died on April 2nd, 1975.
As we reviewed it, we seen some things that, wow, there was more there than what we thought was necessary to file. And we thought we could add some more pieces to that puzzle and hopefully present it to the prosecutor's office and get charges filed this time.
Tom Roberts was the lead detective in the case. He said it was unusual that Earl Taylor had a minute-by-minute alibi. He also said Taylor showed no remorse in his wife's death. Taylor said an electric clock radio somehow landed in his wife's bathwater and he removed her from the tub before police arrived. Roberts said things about Taylor's story never added up, but charges were never filed.
Yes, it was very frustrating. We couldn't understand all the procedures apparently that the law provided, and at the time we didn't know why charges were not filed.
Taylor's clock radio had a cord that wasn't factory issued. It was about 4 feet longer. But a review of autopsy photos by Dr. Roland Core showed him Kathy wasn't electrocuted. Her lungs took on water and her body had injuries consistent with drowning. If Earl Taylor's name sounds familiar, he was convicted in the 1987 murder of his second wife, Mindy Zvadeba. Her body was recovered from inside her Pontiac Fiero, which was driven into a pond near Deming Park. Earl Taylor managed to escape this car. Mindy drowned, and police say Taylor had $600,000 worth of life insurance on her. Earl Taylor was released from prison in January of this year. Sheriff's detectives, knowing they had a good case against him, turned once again to TNT's Cold Justice, who provided the resources they needed to get their man again. And police had even more reason to try to solve this case. Kathy Dean Taylor's mother and sister, and their long wait of almost 40 years.
It just gives you that much more thrust to go even further and work even harder and dig a little bit deeper.
Going to make it this time.
In Vigo County with photojournalist Tony Casasilla, I'm John Swanner, News 10.
Vigo County detectives teamed with Cold Justice and arrested Clinton Mackey from the 1996 murder of Erica Case, you may remember. His case is pending. Earl Taylor will return to court tomorrow morning.